So when you start analyzing Lexington Law, you realize the three things. You realize they have experience in what they're doing. You realize they've been doing it for a long time, so they have longevity. And the third thing is you realize that they're not really cheap. They are not cheap at all. So Lexington Law, the trade name for John C. Heath Attorney at Law PLC, is a law firm specializing in credit repair services, for which it charges a very high prices. Like they charge like $69 for per month. That is for the basic plan. You're talking basic plan. So Lexington Law is one of the largest companies that offer search services, but the price tag is not worth it. Definitely, in our view, there is no reason you should be paying this much for relatively few services, several of which you can do for free. So Lexington Law also offers credit monitoring, which is priced more reasonably, starting at $8.95 per month, but still provides less than the best credit monitoring services in our view. And Lex on Track, which is Lexington Law's more expensive credit monitoring service, at the $24.95 per month, is the best deal that Lexington Law offers in our modest opinion. And what we love is that you have to understand, if you have to ask yourself, what do you really care about? Because the thing is, do you have like an urgent demand, or do you want to go with if you have time, you have cheaper alternatives out there. Okay, so Lexington Law does not offer a free trial period for its credit repair service, but it offers a free credit report consultation. So be warned that Lexington Law runs a pretty aggressive telemarketing campaign if you ever give them your phone number. Please be very careful there. And the thing is, you can cancel your Lexington Law subscription by calling 1-800-341-8441. And unfortunately, you will not receive a refund for any days you did not use. In fact, the opposite will happen. If you cancel Lexington Law, you may be charged additionally for quote unquote work performed for your last payment, like from your last payments up until that date. And so it is what it is. But you can always contact Lexington Law customer service by calling 833-333-8277. And Lexington Law also has a feedback page where you can leave questions, comments, or complaints. And Lexington Law has additional phone numbers for different services. But if you want to cancel the service, you got to call 1-800-341-8441. I want to talk to you about the pros and cons here, because when we talk about Lexington Law, a lot of people want to have a clear idea what the firm is about. And so they actually have been doing this for 20 years. They actually started in 2004, and many of the attorneys and paralegals who work with Lexington Law, they have years or decades of experience in the credit repair industry. So in terms of let's say efficacy in disputing charges, it may help that the firm's parent company, Progression is partnered with FICO and the top 3 credit bureaus, TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. So reviews of Lexington Law are numerous, and they are extremely polarizing. Sometimes they can be good, sometimes they can be really bad. And many customers have complained about a lack of results, though there is no guarantee that Lexington Law can shift your credit score from the range of bad credit to excellent credit, or even bump your score at all. So you really have to be very careful about what you're getting yourself into, though, okay? So let me talk about the pros and cons of Lexington Law. The pros: you have free credit repair consultation available. They offer multiple discounts. You have identity theft insurance available. You have 3 credit repair packages of varying price and service levels to choose from. So that's kind of cool. That flexibility in pricing is really good. You have free consultation and credit analysis to help guide your package choice. And here you have a long-standing company that is staffed with attorneys and paralegals who are really experienced. So that really counts too. When we talk about credit repair in general, you want to have experience, you want to have acumen, you want to have this sort of longevity. This really plays an important role. And what about the cons here? Limited monthly disputes. So with Lexington Law, you will get a limited number of disputes per cycle. So Equifax and TransUnion disputes have a combined limit, and Experian disputes have their own limit. So the higher the service tier you purchase, the more disputes you get. Some other credit repair companies offer an unlimited number of monthly disputes, and there is no money-back guarantee. So many credit repair services offer a money-back guarantee within the first 30 to 90 days, but Lexington Law does not offer this type of guarantee at all. Okay, so be very clear about that. There is no guarantee whatsoever that your credit score will improve. And another con we don't like is that the initial charge, called the first work fee, On top of the monthly package rates is kind of high too, and there is a pending complaint filed by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So in case you don't know, the CFPB is the federal agency. So let's talk about the services that Lexington Law really kind of offers. So what are the type of services? So they have a bureau challenges, disputes. They have creditor interventions. They have inquiry assist. They have identity theft insurance. They have the debt handler. They have report watch alerts. They have a TransUnion FICO score sort of monitoring. They have a lost wallet protection, personal finance management, a junk mail reducer. And so those services are mostly available on the Premier Plus plan. For the Concord Premier, you have most of the services, but the basic plan is called the Concord Standard. So it is really important to know that. And one thing I want to say here also is that when you talk about like the kind of services that Lexington Law has, you have credit dispute, you have creditor interventions, you have inquiry assist, you have the identity theft sort of insurance is kind of cool also. You have the debt handler. So if you are burdened with a large amount of credit card, student loan, or medical debt, Lexington Law's debt management service called Debt Handler could help you develop a repayment plan that works with your budget. So they have credit alerts. They have a TransUnion reports and FICO score. So they have the lost wallet protection. So what I love about the lost wallet protection is that if you ever lose your wallet, which is, all of us have done at some point, you need to cancel your credit cards, contact your banks, set up a fraud alert on your credit reports, replace your driver's license, and more. So Lexington Law offers lost wallet protection to help take some of the headaches out of losing your wallet or have it stolen. And then you have the personal finance manager. So if you like to get better at managing your money over the long term, Lexington Law's personal finance manager may be able to help here. You also have junk mail reduction. This is we will so the thing is, if you have problem with the unwanted junk mail, you can actually contact Lexington Law. They'll take care of it for you. So unwanted junk mail could put you at risk for identity theft if your personal information is included in the letter and you haven't shredded it. So before putting into the recycle or trash bin. So Lexington Law's Premier Plus plan offers a junk mail reduction feature that helps minimize the amount of unsolicited mail you receive. So it may be worth looking into. What are the features you need to pay attention to if you were to go with the Lexington Law? See, the thing is that Lexington Law, just want to remind you, they offer 3 credit repair packages designed to address varying needs of customers with inaccurate or unverifiable negative items or derogatory marks that are hurting their credit scores or even keeping them from advancing from bad credit to good credit or better. And so when we talk about negative items, this can include old debts that haven't yet been cleared from your history. And most of those bankruptcies, repossessions, tax liens, debt settlements, student loan debt that's been forgiven or paid, foreclosures, and late payments to lenders should fall off your reports after 7 years. And Lexington Law also scans your credit reports like accounts that don't belong to you, duplicate accounts, fraudulent activity, and missing accounts that could impact your score positively. And so Lexington Law then employs creditor intervention strategies like sending dispute letters to the top 3 credit bureaus and your creditors to get negative items removed. So when we talk about Lexington Law, what do they offer for real? Like we have a complimentary credit evaluation, identification of negative items and possible disputes. You have creditor interventions. You have inquiry assist. You have ID theft insurance. I just spoke about that. And they also have educational resources in addition to the debt handler and continuous credit monitoring. So when it comes to educational resources, Lexington Law will help you as a customer better understand credit reporting and how to maintain healthy credit through a breadth of blog posts. So these personal finance tools are all free to the public on the credit repair firm's website. So this is kind of good. And so what Lexington Law doesn't offer, this is really important because a lot of folks, they get it wrong when it comes to what Lexington Law offers. They do not offer a guarantee of credit score improvement. They do not offer a maximum time frame for results. Okay, they're really clear about that. They do not offer removal of accurate information. If the information is accurate, they cannot remove it. They do not offer a guarantee that negative item will not reappear, and they do not offer refunds. So Lexington Law offers no money back guarantee at all. So you got to be really clear when you get into, if you are going to work with Lexington Law, just make sure that you are clear on those things, okay? So they will help you with bureau disputes, with credit interventions, inquiry assists. They'll help you with report analysis, watch alerts, and what have you, but they're not going to guarantee a few other things for you. And it's really important to know that when we talk about Lexington Law, we are speaking about a firm that has been in operation for 20 years. They are highly credentialed. They have the proper accreditation to do the job. You know, whether you like them or not doesn't really matter. In other words, are they qualified to do the job? Yes, they are qualified, and you know they've been doing great work. Of course, some of their work can be improved. You know, you may say, you know, I hate, like, personally, our team hates the fact that they have no money back guarantee. But hell, at the end of the day, they are free to actually run their business the way they want to run the way they want to run their business. So it's all about, are they getting the job done? So Lexington Law does have the proper credentials. Okay, they have actually the licenses and registration. So the thing here is that they have been doing this for the last 20 years. So you know, all the attorneys and paralegals who work at the firms, I would say headquarters, they do have the proper licenses and registrations. Okay, and in terms of have they received any awards and certifications? Yes, they've been in the industry for a while. Yes, mind you, their third-party ratings are not really, like, as I said before, their ratings or their reviews are usually polarizing. People either like them or they don't like them. But hey, this is like, if you have this sort of polarization, for us at least, it means you're doing something right. Because people are not indifferent to your status, to you as a person, or to your business. That means you must be doing something right. And we think, in our view, that Lexington Law, for all intents and purposes, is doing something right. And in terms of are there any regulatory or legal actions happening right now? Yes, I mean, Lexington Law is constantly a part of CFPB inquiries. Sometimes they have lawsuits. I mean, but hey, listen, it is part of the game, if you will, right? I mean, they're lawyers, so they know how the whole judicial process works. And so if you have any question and you are thinking about availability, you want to contact Lexington Law. They're available Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. through 7 p.m. And this is Mountain Time, so Mountain Standard Time. And Saturday and Sunday they are closed. Okay, so you're not going to. So if you want to contact them, you can fill out the sign-up form or use the feedback form on their website, or you can call one of the following number: 1-888-333-8277. So 1-888-333-8277, or you can also call 1-888-586-6108. 1-888-586-6108 or 1-888-191-1634. A bit about pricing, because I've spoken a lot about the fact that Lexington Law is expensive. Yes, this company is expensive. Don't get it twisted, they are expensive, okay? But the thing is, are they worth it? We think so, yeah. So Lexington Law's credit repair plans range from $59.95 to $139.95 per month as of the date of this show. By the time you might be watching this, it might go to $200, who knows? So when you sign up, you also face several additional fees. On your first day, you will be charged a credit report access fee and a one-time first work fee 5 to 15 days after you sign up, which will be $89.95, $109.95, or $129.95, depending on your plan. If a monthly charge on your card is declined, you will be charged a late fee, and that fee depends on your service level, either $4.95, $9.95, or $19.95. And so it is what it is. And so you got to be really careful if you have to go with Lexington Law. You really want to pay attention to their fees. And one thing we've seen in our analysis is that those fees are not really transparent. So it is just what it is. So let me just say one thing. If you're comparing credit repair services, be aware that Lexington Law is not the cheapest option available. Its Concord Standard Plan costs $99.95 per month. Its Concord Premier Plan costs $129 to $139. The prices change because Lexington Law is changing things all the time, okay? And its top tier Premier Plus plan is $139.95 monthly. There is also a Lexington Essentials plan for $59.95 per month, but it's really unclear if this is still available in our view. And so in addition to monthly plan fees. Customers will also incur a separate first work fee, which will vary depending on the plan you choose. Okay, and so this is what it is. So in terms of pricing, again, it's not really really transparent here. One thing I need to say also is that if you want to sign up for Lexington Law and you want to give them any of your contact information, check your credit reports on your own. Normally, you can request a credit report from each of the 3 major credit bureaus once a year at annualcreditreport.com. And so you can do that. And so this credit reports often identify any potentially harmful information on your reports. If they are accurate, you are stuck with that information for at least 7 years since the information was reported, and no credit repair service will be able to remove it, not even a credit repair service that employs lawyers. If they are inaccurate, you can remove that by disputing the item with the credit bureaus. Okay, and so this is what Lexington Law really does. Like, that's what they're really good at, and maybe you can do it too. But yeah, you gotta have the experience. Let me talk about the raffles here. So Lexington Law is not the only one doing the work that they're doing, right? And but one thing I want to say here is that even though Lexington Law was founded in 2004 and is one of the more established credit repair companies, that could be seen as a low bar, because there are a lot of other players in the industry, including the credit pros. They have been in existence even longer. And so you got to also remember the fact that Lexington Law is actually party to current litigation, and so it is just what it is. I mean, they have problems every now and then with the CFPB. I mean, it is part of the game in our view. And they also have had issues with the Minnesota Department of Commerce. So again, it's all about they have problems from the federal, they have problems with the state authorities, so they have problems all the time. So in our view, you want to actually consider Lexington Law with a grain of salt. They're good though, but make sure that you're comfortable with the whole lawsuit going on around them. And so when we talk about the alternative choices, because they have alternatives, you have Sky Blue, and then you have the Credit People. Okay, those are the two. I mean, there are many more, but those two are sort of consistent in our view. And so Lexington Law is a great choice if you're looking for several services and features to help you improve your credit. However, it does not have several complaints with the CFPB. It does have several complaints with the CFPB, and some users report issues with fees and no improvements to their credit. So you can try Sky Blue. Sky Blue is great for credit monitoring, hard inquiry disputes. You also have credit rebuilding, score assistance, and more. And they charge you $79 for the first work fee, and the minimum monthly fee is $79. Whereas for Lexington Law, it's like $99. Okay, I mean, they have $59.95 for essentials. What about the Credit People? The Credit People also, they actually provide some services around credit monitoring, hard inquiry disputes, and you have the maximum number of disputes is unlimited. And the thing is that, sorry about that. Let me just drink some water here. So the thing is that, for the Credit People, creditor intervention and debt validation are available for the middle tier service and up. So this is something you have to think about. But the bottom line here is you have to make sure that you are okay with the fact that you are having somebody else work on your behalf. It might take some time for things, let's say for things to materialize, and you have to be comfortable with that. It's all about being comfortable with the process and just wait it out. Okay, but be also careful that if you are thinking how long you have to pay Lexington Law, it really is up to you. How long you retain Lexington Law services is up to you. Repairing your credit reports is not an overnight process, so you may need to pay for Lexington Law for several months or until you are satisfied that your credit report is error-free. You can cancel Lexington Law at any time, and there will be no problem at all. Okay, so just have that in the back of your head.